Hey guys, what's up? This is going to be my first makeup video that I filmed in a while. If you watched my last video, you'll know there's a lot going on in my life right now, but makeup always makes me feel happy, and so I just wanted to play with some makeup to maybe try to get into a better headspace. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm just going to recap very quickly. My mom's in town, I haven't seen her in 4 years, and then a few days ago, my stepfather-in-law passed away. And I'm not going to start talking about it, otherwise I'm going to cry. But anyway, I thought I would film this video today because my mom is off shopping, and while she's doing that, I just wanted to play with some makeup to try to make myself feel a little bit better. And this is a collection that I am dying to try out, and I'm really thankful that it was sent to me. And I am talking about the Melt Radioactive collection. It is this beauty right here. This is the box. The collection comes with an eyeshadow palette, 2 lipsticks, and 2 blush lighters. But there's 2 items in the collection that really caught my eye, and that's the eyeshadow palette. Of course, it looks absolutely stunning. It's got 8 colors that have different finishes. They're not all matte. And then this particular blush lighter in the color Gamma Ray. Excuse me, but I think this was made for me. Just saying. So I'm very excited to play with the collection, and I'm going to try to keep this video brief. I've already gone ahead and done my skin and contouring, and I've prepped my eyelids just with a little bit of concealer and powder. I might go in with an eyeshadow base because I really want these shadows to pop. So I think I'm going to go in with the J-Cat All About That base. I'm just going to apply that all over my lids and then just lightly set it with some translucent powder. So whenever I want to do really bold, colorful looks, sometimes it helps to put it on a face chart first. And I did that for this look. I created a digital face chart and I uploaded it to my Patreon, which you can check out at patreon.com/pompberry. I put all my face charts that I do up there. I don't do a lot of them, but the ones that I do, I always put them up there to preview the looks that I'm going to be doing. Today, what I've got planned is I'm going to try to use as many colors as I kind of can. I'm going to be using these 5. And then this one. I'm only not going to be using these 2, I think. That's what I've got planned for now. So I'm going to start off with Arsenic. And I'm going to apply that to my lid area. Oh boy, this is pigmented. I'm just going to dust it all across the lid. And I'm kind of leaving this outer corner blank because I'm going to be doing a liner using one of the shadows. Now, I don't have the Melt Radioactive stack, so I can't compare the stack to the palette, unfortunately. So I can only give my opinion on the palette. I've never used the stack. I've only ever swatched it. Then I'm going to try to blend that out with the color Neon, which is the yellow. And Neon seems to have a little bit of glitter running through it, but I'm just going to apply that to the very edge and then just blend it outwards. I don't know if I would normally do this to blend this out with a yellow, but I want to use as many colors as I possibly can. I'm going to take a little bit more of Arsenic and just pat that down, going back and forth between the colors to really get a nice blend between them. Seems like Neon is a bit kind of translucent, so it lays on top of Arsenic and creates this lime green color. And I'm creating a pointed shape outwards. I don't know, I'm just kind of letting things flow here. Then I'm going to take Xenon, which is the lime green, and I'm going to use that in my inner corner. Ooh, that's pretty. I was afraid that it was going to go on a lot darker because it seems a little bit dark in the pan. I don't know how to explain it, but it goes on pretty lime neon green. So that makes me happy. I was afraid that it was going to be a little too dark. I'm noticing that the teal is a little bit patchy. This could be because of the base that I used, because I applied it over my eyelids that already had powder on them, so I don't know if this is the best representation of this eyeshadow, but just something to note. I probably should have just done the base and powdered it once, but it seems like you can fix it up pretty easy. And the neon is pretty sheer. I mean, it's pigmented, but it's sheer. I don't know how to explain it. You can definitely see the color, but there's definitely a sheerness to it, which makes it blend in with the other colors pretty easily, which is nice. But back to Xenon. I'm gonna put some pink on my lower lash line, so I don't want to bring the green too far down. I just realized that these are the Brazilian colors on my eyes. doing a patriotic look and I didn't even know it. Now I want to take the color Radioactive, which is this gorgeous pink. Y'all know I don't like pink, and this one's calling out to me. I'm going to put it on my lower lash line right next to the green. You definitely have to build this one up, having to layer it a few times to really bring out the pigmentation. I'm finding that the formula to these eyeshadows isn't the same as with their other shadows, like with the Gemini palette. It's probably because of the intensity of these colors. If you've watched my other neon makeup looks, you'll know that neon pigments can be very tricky to formulate. Products that are user-friendly and that are really pigmented and easy to blend. Usually when neon products are really, really intense, they aren't that easy to blend, but these seem to be acting well as eyeshadows. They just need a little bit of layering to reach their true pigmentation. And then I'm going to take the color Hazmat and apply it to the rest of my lower lash line. And this one I believe has like a satin finish. It's not matte, but it's really pretty. Now I kind of want to use uranium to blend that out. I said I wasn't going to use it, but here I am. I'm going to take that and just apply that to the outer edge so that I can blend this out. Oh, that is a pretty color. I'm going to use that to blend out the pink too. Definitely has some like shimmer to it, or some iridescence that makes it really pretty. It's probably a really, really good topper. There, I've zoomed you in a little bit more so that you can hopefully see this a little bit better. And I'm going back in with Hazmat just to really intensify that dark purple. Ooh, I like that. Now I'm going to take the color Radon to do my liner. I'm taking that on my little tiny Essence liner brush, and I'm going to stamp that on my lash line. I might, should I do this first with concealer so that it really pops? Maybe. Do like what you do with a cut crease, but for my liner. So I'm going to take a bit of concealer and sketch out my liner first. So I'm basically doing what you would do for a cut crease, but instead of doing like the rounded thing here, I'm just doing a liner. I want it to be a pretty big liner, pretty thick. I would definitely want it to be visible. I don't think I've ever done this for liner, and I kind of love doing it because it lets you plan out the liner. And I'm really thickening the liner, and I'm doing that by kind of doing, it's not a U shape, but it's definitely not a straight liner. It goes up and then down. And by doing that, it looks really straight when I open my eyes. So I'm kind of compensating for the curve of my crease, if that makes sense. And then once I've done that, I'm going to take Radon, and I'm just going to stamp that on. Ooh, baby. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. Might take a bigger brush for this. Taking a really dense brush so that I can really pack on the eyeshadow. And then I'm using the little liner brush to do the edges. Oh, I like that. And what I kind of want to do, it's creating an interesting shape here. I'm going to do like a V here. So I'm going to really separate the eyeshadow on the bottom lash line. Just because, I don't know, it looks more interesting. It looks different. And that just was kind of naturally occurring, and I just kind of intensified it. So I think that's it for the eyeshadow portion of this look. I used all the colors except for Meltdown, which is the dark teal, and it is a gorgeous color, and I'm definitely going to use it one day, but today's not that day. I think there's no way that I could fit this in here without really darkening up the upper lid. I definitely wouldn't use it on the bottom. I'm like afraid that I'm going to ruin everything if I do, so I'm just gonna leave it like this. And now I'm going to move on to neon liners, and I'm going to be using the Suva Beauty Hydra liners. I'm gonna use Acid Trip on the outer corner and Dance Party in the inner corner. And with these, I'm going to be drawing little dots. I know that I've done dots with the neon look before, but listen, I clearly have a compulsion, and I clearly don't know what to do about it. So I'm just gonna do it. And hopefully you guys are okay with that. But before I do that, I kind of want to take a little bit of arsenic and just kind of apply it further up so that you can see more of it when I've got my eyes open. Okay, so I'm going to start with Acid Trip, and I'm just going to create little dots around my liner, on and around my liner. So the dots kind of start from the liner and then just kind of radiate outwards. This just adds a little bit of texture to the look. And it kind of reminds me of fish, like the way fish are super colorful and they sometimes have even more colorful spots. I still want the liner to be very, very visible underneath. And I'm bringing the dots all the way out here. And I'm going to wait for that to dry before I open my eyes. And once that's dry, I'm going to apply the tiniest bit of translucent powder over top because sometimes this liner dries a little tacky. So just making sure that it's completely set and it's not going to transfer. And now I'm going to go in with Dance Party in the inner corner and do some more little dots. I'm bringing these dots onto the pink as well, and I'm varying the size of them as I go. And I kind of want to do a little line of grape soda just on this outer V where I created that shape, just to really kind of bring it out. Because I've done so many of the yellow dots, I kind of want to add more orange dots. So I'm just going back and doing a few here and there. Now I'm going to move on to lips and then do cheeks last. And I have the option of these two lipsticks. And I think I'm going to use both. I think I'm going to use Atomic, which is the purple one, on the outer part of my lips. And then I'm going to do the inner part with Superheat, which is this bright, bright pink. And even the purple is a little bit pinky. It's more of a magenta than a purple, to be quite honest. The formula for these is super, super liquid, which is great for doing super precise and crisp lines. I'm just going to do my typical lip shape where I overline my cupid's bow and the outer corners of my lips. I actually really like the doe foot applicator of the Melt lipsticks because it's super pointed, so you can do really, really precise lip shapes with it. But I'm just addicted to using a brush, so I always use a brush for my top lip. And these smell so good. It smells like, I don't even know, some sort of like dessert. It smells so good. Oh my god. I want to find out what the scent is in them. But it's really strong, so if you don't like strongly scented things, you might not like it. I really like it because I really love desserts. I have a huge sweet tooth, and this is making me hungry. And then now I'm going to take Superheat and apply it to the center. Oh boy. That is pink. These blend in seamlessly together. The only time I'll wear pink lipstick is if it's bright neon pink. Now for my cheeks, I have two options. I have Gamma Ray, which is the orange, or Ultraviolet, which is this purpley pink. And on their Instagram, I saw that they said that you can use each color separately or swirl them together. So I might experiment with a few different colors. I still don't know. I was super intent on using this one, but I think the pink kind of goes with the look and the lips especially. And I think I've got lipstick on my teeth. But let's start off with this one and then see what happens. Let me do a little swatch of the three colors. Ooh, shit, that is pigmented way more than I thought it would be. So those are the colors there. Oh my god, that is so pigmented. Shit. Now for the ultraviolet, those are the colors there. It looks a little something like that. So we've got these two options. I think I'm going to start off by using this top one as my highlighter. That's really pretty. I want to apply that to the bridge of my nose, tip of my nose, and chin, and to the temples as well. And then I'm going to swirl it around in all three. Hopefully that's not too much. I'm going to gently pat it on, taking the excess off on my hand. That's pretty, but I don't know if it goes super well with the look. I think I'm gonna go in with the other one. This goes on a lot redder than I thought it would. I thought it was going to be like a bright orange. I guess I should have just stuck to this one maybe if I wanted the bright orange. Yeah. The dark color really intensifies it and turns it kind of reddish into a more natural looking blush, not like a bright pumpkin orange. So I'm also going to use this one. I'm going to swirl it around and then pop that. Ooh. Oh shit, that is really intense. Pop that over top. Okay, I've got some clown blush going on. I'm gonna really blend that out, blending it towards my nose. To do kind of a really blushy look, I'm going to apply it on my nose, under my nose, and blending it towards my eyeshadow. There, now it's like a little sunburnt blush situation. And it's really, really shimmery. It gives a really beautiful glow to the skin. Adding some more of the pink right to the apples of my cheeks. Oh, this is getting out of hand. I'm gonna take a clean brush and just dust off some of the excess of that. Dusted off some of the shimmer. I don't want to lose any of the shimmer. A little bit to my chin. You know what? My initial plan was not to do a super like cute blushy look, but I'm not hating this. Kind of want to intensify the highlighter, and I'm going to go in with the Melt Genesis highlighter. I'm just going to pop that on my cheekbones just to kind of intensify things a little bit. And this pulls a lot more orange, so it just gives a little bit of orange back to the cheeks and to the chin. I want to just very quickly take some Radioactive and apply that to the corners of my lips to blend them out very slightly. If you're new to this channel, you might be thinking, what the fuck? But that's just a little something I like to do, and under my bottom lip as well. And since I'm here, I'm also going to take that under my nose just to get it a little bit pinker, a little bit rounder. Just looks a little cute. Oh yeah, I'm also going to apply highlighter right here. I'm using this one. Now for my waterline, I'm going in with the ColourPop Creme Gel Liner in the color Crossed. And I feel like this liner is a must-have for neon looks. It is a super, super bright neon yellow, and it just goes really well with neon looks. It really opens up your eyes because it is a really light and bright color. And I know I've used this with 2 other neon looks in the past, maybe more. But listen, it really pulls the look together. I feel like this is a must-have for any sort of bright, colorful neon look. Now for mascara, I'm going to use one that I use all the time and absolutely love, and that's the Milani Highly Rated Mascara, but they just sent me their new Violet Primer, and so it looks a little something like this, and it's the first step. You apply it, it's a little bit purple, and then you go in with the Highly Rated Mascara. So I haven't tried this yet. I'm curious, because I know the Highly Rated Mascara and I love it. It's great for day-to-day use, so I'm curious to see what this primer will do. It's a very light lilac, and I'm just trying to coat my eyelashes evenly in this. Okay, so this primer seems like it's not clumpy, which a lot of primers are. So I'm curious to see how it will layer. It says, unique flower-powered formula that boosts mascara results. Preps, conditions, and hydrates lashes, made with violet jasmine flower wax to hydrate, soften, and smooth. Fiber-free formula. It definitely doesn't feel like a mascara. It's more like slick, and it feels like it could be hydrating for the lashes. It almost feels like a moisturizer for your lashes, if that makes sense. It feels very slick. Now that I've let that dry, I'm going to go in with the Highly Rated Mascara and see how it layers on top. Whoa! Definitely makes my eyelashes a lot longer than by just using the mascara by itself. Even though this mascara is already pretty lengthening, I can definitely see a difference with this. I use this mascara in my day-to-day because it feels really comfortable. You can't really feel that there's anything on the lashes, and I love it for that. I've talked about this mascara a few times on here, but I really do love it for day-to-day wear. Okay, that definitely boosts length, but it kind of clumps my lashes together in a way that I don't really like. I think maybe if I applied less primer, it wouldn't clump the lashes together. Not that it's clumpy, but you see how they're really separated in a way that's like, it doesn't look super natural. So maybe if I used less primer, that wouldn't happen. On this side, there's even more primer, so let's see. Yeah, I feel like the key might be to use less primer. You can see it clumps the lashes together, and I don't like that. But I do like how lengthening it is. With a lot of primers, you can't really tell a big difference between with and without the primer, but this one does lengthen. Yeah, it just clumps the lashes together in a weird way. Oh, that's a shame. I'm gonna give it another shot though, but using less primer next time. See how it's like I have these huge gaps between my lashes? Oh, I don't like that. I'm trying to like separate them and comb them out. It definitely feels like the primer is almost like a waxy layer that protects your lashes. So I don't know. Definitely not gonna give up on it because It did make my lashes look pretty huge, but I have to perfect the application of it. Now for fake lashes, I'm going to apply the Sugar Pill Precious Lashes on my top lashes. I don't want anything that's too thick or fluffy because I don't want to cover up any of the details that I did. And then on my bottom, as always, I'm using the Elevation number 9 Freedom Lashes. And then I'm going to do another one over here and a third one kind of right smack in the middle. And I think that's going to be it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on the other eye. And I kind of want to add a gloss to this lip. I don't know, I kind of feel like a gloss would look really pretty here. So I'm going to take the Smashbox Gloss Angeles in Extra Shine. It's just a clear gloss. Yeah, I think that looks super pretty. So I think that's it. Now I have to go pick up my mom from shopping, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I really like the collection. I think that it's a beautiful collection. The shadows are a lot more powdery than their other shadows. The formula is definitely different, but they do perform really, really well. I wouldn't expect anything less from Melt. You can see the issue I had with the teal is gone. It hasn't creased or looked patchy since I fixed it, and the colors all blend in seamlessly together. They're all really, really nice and pigmented, even if you do have to build up that pigmentation slowly. A lot of people prefer that though. I know that some people don't like a ton of pigmentation from the get-go because it can be really hard to work with. And this way the shadows are a lot more blendable, a lot easier to work with. So if you like that type of shadow, then these might be for you. Yeah, I definitely loved this collection. I don't typically like pink lipstick, but this one is so bright that there's kind of no way that you can't like it. So yeah, I'm just really, really happy. I'm really happy they sent me this collection. I was definitely going to pick it up if they didn't send it to me. So I'm happy that they did. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I really enjoyed filming this. It definitely took my mind off things for a little bit, and I just miss doing a little bit of makeup because I haven't put any makeup on my face in a while. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much to all my patrons who support me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.